Hello and welcome to another day on Cornwall Pocket Farm, where I try and figure out how to live sustainably on 300 square metres in the city. And I'm back. sorry for the disappearing act. Those that have been following me for a while will know that actually at Christmas my daughter was getting married in our garden. And with the visit and Christmas and New Year's Eve and then all the, the whole sort of visit of having my daughter and my, well, fiance but now son-in-law visiting, things just got away with me. And I did do a video just before Christmas just to sort of finish off the year. And then when I was watching it back, when I was editing it, I realised that the battery on my microphone had died and there was no sound over any of it. So I did have great intentions of doing a sort of a voiceover, but that required quite a bit of sort of investigation and, well, it just didn't happen. So I'm going to do a little bit of a quick catch up with what's going on, so it's quite a chatty video with little snippets of the wedding. And then obviously normal service will be resumed, and I'll probably start off with a farm tour next, so that you can see what's happening in the garden at this time of year. So with that in mind, I should wish you all a very happy Christmas and I hope your new year is going really well so far. Oh, I should actually welcome all the new subscribers. While I've been out of action over Christmas, I've had quite a few new subscribers, so welcome. And of course, to all of those who have been watching me for a while and been subscribed for a while, welcome back, and sorry about the absence. Yeah, well, what's been happening? Oh, what hasn't been happening? It's been absolutely amazing. We had a wonderful time over here. My younger daughter also stayed over in our new posh shed, which we've called the gatehouse, seeing it's like a little house next to a gate. And you know how we like to call everything really fancy, pretentious names. So that's going to be the gatehouse. And my younger daughter was staying in there. And then obviously my older daughter and her fiance, now husband, was staying in the house, because we just have the 2 bedrooms in the house now. So we had a wonderful time. We had a really lovely Christmas, and New Year was amazing. We played some silly games and drank too much and what have you. The wedding went off brilliantly, and then we finished up with a raucous party where we all drank too much and sang at the top of our voices. So probably irritated the neighbours. But anyway, we're all calm and back to doing our usual thing now. And it's all very quiet, to be honest. It feels very quiet and very empty. And I know the mothers out there who are watching this will understand what that feels like. Anyway, but it's a new year and we've got lots to do. So what I'm going to start with here is I'm going to just show you a few snippets of what the garden was looking like for the wedding, so little bits of the wedding, and yeah, just a few bits and pieces. And then also we had some amazing fun going around some Indian clothing shops, because we are going to the wedding. How do I explain this? They got married in New Zealand because it was quite a bureaucratic nightmare to get married in Germany. He's from India, she's obviously from New Zealand stroke the UK, and they just seemed to be very expensive and very complicated to get actually legally married in Germany. So sort of quite at the end, last minute sort of thing, we ended up doing, okay, there'll be an official ceremony in New Zealand, but the wedding, as it's planned and always has been planned, is in July in Germany. So we're going over to Germany for the wedding. There's an Indian wedding and also a Western wedding. So we had a huge amount of fun at just after Christmas. We went around all the Indian clothing stores in New Zealand. We're quite multicultural here, so there was actually a lot of Indian clothing stores, and we went around with the son-in-law, who sort of interpreted and helped us figure out what we needed for the Indian wedding. So I have the most gorgeous sari now, which is just delightful, and I can't wait to wear it. I'll probably only get to wear it once, so I better make it count. Anyway, so that was really exciting. We did that. I will now pop in a few clips of what the garden looked like, the setup for the wedding, and yeah, the wonderful day that we had. And there's the bride-to-be, all covered up in the sun because we have been doing the flowers, and that's the bouquet. Now all of these flowers have been scrounged off the side of the road, off the berm, or from a friend's garden around the corner.
We just do one time around and bow and have trailing bits, you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be lovely.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We've just finished doing all the flowers for the wedding. So we're just about to have some brunch and some champagne and then kick into the wedding properly. But oh my God, look how beautiful it is. All the vegetables are going absolutely crazy, and we've got lots of bean flowers to add in. But the hanging baskets are almost hidden by growth. But anyway, it's all looking very pretty. And we've done these little jam jars. And they're just, I'm so pleased with how it's looking. And we've got an arch there. And the couple are going to be, are you going to be the couple, Maggie? Hey? The couple are going to be stood there. Oh, and there's a bus. That'll probably happen during the ceremony. But anyway. And then all the flowers. It's so pretty. The neighbours are very kindly mowing the lawn at the moment, so there's a bit of noise there. But all the flowers here have come out for us. All the pots are looking beautiful. Got my future son-in-law sorting the camera out. We've got a camera up there, and then we've got a little camera down here as well. So hopefully we will capture everything. And we're already up here. There's the jam pan for the champagne glasses, the assigning chair and space. And hopefully the wind will keep down because we have an umbrella up.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Good afternoon and welcome in this most beautiful garden on this most beautiful day to the celebration of the marriage between Ella and Archie. It is my great pleasure to pronounce you legally married.
We have all the tables set with champagne. The salads are coming out as we speak. Yay! We have all the cutlery and flowers. And the champagne bucket, well, it's a jam pan actually, but it's a champagne bucket for us. And our first guests are here, so I'm doing this really quickly. We've got candles and easy chairs, and that's all the pizza stuff there, and the pizza oven is already fired up, ready to go. And we have all the crockery and glasses and everything, and cutlery, all courtesy of the charity shop. So we'll have candles for later on when it gets dark. And of course we have our festoon lights up here, and then we have fairy lights too. Here's Maggie. Oh Maggie, are there people here? Are there people? Should I come and say hello? Should I? Okay, I'll be rounded up and go and say hello. So I've had a little think about this year and what sort of videos I might be doing. And my channel, as I said at the beginning, is all about trying to figure out how to live sustainably. And so a lot of that is actually growing my own food, because of course food and where you get it from, if it's in season, how many miles it's travelled, all that is all a key issue in sustainability, because our food systems are quite damaging in the sort of industrial agriculture that we use mainly. So growing my own food is a big part of that. The other thing I do, of course, is I cook a lot of my food and bake and make things from scratch. I preserve things from the garden. I also do other things like crafts. I knit, I sew, things along that nature. And of course now I'm learning the piano, yay, which is going great, by the way. Yeah, I got the piano. If you look back a couple of videos, you'll see my piano arriving, and I was very excited. I've been practicing, and you know, I'm still not great, but I'm having heaps and heaps of fun doing it, so that's a laugh. But as I say, one of the things that I do is crafts, and I sew my own clothes, most of my own clothes, or I buy them from second-hand shops, recycled boutiques, charity shops, those types of things. So most of what I wear, apart from underwear at this point, is either made by me or it's a recycled garment. So what I'm going to be doing for my trip to go to Europe for the wedding is I wanted to make a bit of a capsule wardrobe. so that I don't have to take too many clothes, and so that they all go together and all work for all the different events I'm going to go to. Obviously my sari is going to be a standout item. It's not going to fit very comfortably with the rest of the stuff, but on the whole I'm going to try and design and make a capsule wardrobe. So I'm thinking about bringing you along for that as well. So if you're interested in the design process, the creative process of what I'm making and what the ideas behind it are, and then maybe showing you as I go along making it, please let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I might bring you along for that. And part of what I do this channel for is actually to record what's happening in the garden and the house, and sort of the journey, if you like, or how things have changed. And even now, I look back at some of the earlier videos and I think, wow, was it only 3 years ago, say, that like there was nothing in the garden, and those types of things. So what I was also thinking of doing, you don't have to watch them if you don't want to, is I was going to just basically do very short, maybe shorts is the way to go, do shorts of my piano playing. If it's not your thing and you don't want to suffer through it, I totally understand. But for my mind, I thought it would be really useful to see like how bad I am now, and hopefully how I get a little bit better. Oh, I hope that noise isn't too bad. It's actually chucking it down with rain, which I'm really pleased about. It has been so hot. The last few days in Auckland has been almost unbearable. Really, really humid and very hot. And now we've got torrential rain, which is lovely. And then tomorrow and the next few days, the temperature drops right down. So yesterday in this conservatory it's 32 degrees. And what is it now? Okay, so now it's 26 degrees, and it is, tomorrow the forecast is for a high of 26 and a low of 15. I'm hoping you can still hear me over this noise. Anyway, so I'm actually really quite pleased about the break in the weather, because it's been really hard to do anything. I mean, you know, I've been harvesting in the garden, of course, as I do, because all the produce is pumping away, and I'm getting heaps of beans, and the elderberries are coming, the plums, tomatoes, blackberries, the blueberries. Basically all this produce is coming in from courgettes are coming, the rambacante. Yeah, lots is coming out of the garden. So I'm busy sort of gathering that and processing it, because obviously I don't want to lose that produce. And I get, this time of year, I get too much produce that I can eat in one go, even though daughter number 2 valiantly takes a veg box every week to eat through, you know, at home through the week. Golly, that's chucking it down. Really deep. I'll turn you around, you can look. You would have also had a sneak peek there of our new outdoor furniture, which we got for the wedding. And unfortunately, New Zealand being New Zealand, when you buy things, they're not actually in the shops quite often. They have to order them from somewhere else. So they arrived about 2 days after all our guests left. But now we have some amazing outdoor furniture, which was good. And we managed to make do, and it worked fine while they were here. So yes, but we now have some nice outdoor furniture, which is good. So the rain is easing off a little bit now. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get into the garden, because it'll be a little cooler. At the moment I can only do like a few minutes, and then I just have to sort of faint into a chair and go, oh, it's too hot. It is quite warm, and it's difficult really to get motivated and really move and keep moving when you're just dripping. And I know those of you in the Northern Hemisphere will be unable to imagine what that's like, because you're probably all rugged up and quite cold at the moment. But those of us in the Southern Hemisphere, especially in Auckland, will understand just how warm it has been. Are you hot, Maggie? Yes. We've just come back from a walk, and look what I found. Well, I found the orchid on the side of the road. It's real, it's not fake. It was just sitting on the side of the road, and I asked the man at the house, I said, is this free to take? And he said, yes. So score. And then I dropped round my friend's house, and she gave me some tomato jam, which is very exciting, and I'm really interested to try that. So yeah, that was a pretty good walk. Hey Maggie. It's very hot though, isn't it, sweetie? It's very, very hot. Maggie's enjoying her Christmas gravy ice block. That's a happy dog. It's very warm here today, very, very warm. We've just had a heat alert, it's so warm. Maggie has been just panting and lying on the mat all day, and now she has a gravy ice block. I love spring. I love spring because it's all about the ideas, it's about the designing and figuring out where to put things, and then you're putting these little seedlings in and it's all exciting and it's all potential. And then they all grow and they're all green and they're rocketing away and they're really going for it. And that's great. And then you get to this time of year, the middle of summer, or just after the middle of summer, everything starts to get diseased. All the bugs and pests come in and everything starts to look a little bit sad. And there's this bit where everything's being attacked. But of course what happens then, of course, is all the other insects and things that come in and feed off those things, they all come in. So the whole cycle of nature sort of kicks in. I don't do anything. I do not spray. I do not mess with things. I just go, I put it in the ground, little seedling in the ground, and I'm like, that, you're on your own, your nature, you do you, get on with it. At the end of it, if I've fed the environment, if I've improved the soil, if I've got something to eat out of some of the plants, then I'm a happy bunny, and everything else is happy. The garden at the moment is absolutely covered in insects and bumblebees and butterflies and honeybees, and we've got birds on the sunflowers. I love growing sunflowers because they're such a wonderful crop for me. They grow really tall, they have the most amazing big heads. Of course, you need to select the ones that are for the birds and the bees. Don't get these modern ones that are like, you know, they're F1 things or whatever. Get a proper one that is actually for pollinators and insects. So basically it's a beautiful big flowery head, then it's covered in bees and insects and it's just alive, it's gorgeous. Then of course it all goes to seed, and at the moment we've now got a whole bunch of greenfinches all over the flowers eating the seed heads. Sometimes I'll chop the heads off and I'll pop them into the chicken run, and the chickens really enjoy the seeds as well. And then after that I chop the heads off, and then the stalks, which are really tall and they're sort of like rough, they have little sort of spiny things all the way up. They're really great when they dry out to put in the ground as stakes for things like peas to grow up. So that's the way I actually grow some of my own pea sticks, if you like, big chunky ones. So it's a great crop, it's pretty, it just reminds me of Provence, and every time I see the sunflowers it makes me smile. I've got my binoculars out at the moment because I'm watching the birds and the insects and everything all over them. It's a delight. So the sunflowers are going mad, there are insects and bugs and birds and everything all over the garden. It's just a cacophony of life at the moment, which is wonderful, but I just leave it to its own devices. So yes, I have diseases. I have some powdery mildew, I have some of those fluffy insects, I have the little caterpillars on the brassicas. What else do I have? I have some rust. I haven't seen the aphids yet, but I probably will have those soon. And of course, if you get aphids, then you get ladybirds, because the ladybirds eat the aphids. So if you haven't got any aphids, you won't get any ladybugs. So it's all going off and it's all going mad, and lots of food's coming into the house. It's a bit crazy, it's a bit of a mess, but does it matter? No. So I will say goodbye to you all, new subscribers and old subscribers. Lovely to have you along, and I hope you enjoyed the content that I'll be putting out over this next year. I'll see you next time. Bye.